Hey there everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I've wanted to make this specific video for a really long time. I've wanted to just do a summary and a roundup of all of my all-time favorite home decor pieces in our space. We've been living here for a little over 3 years now, and there are so many pieces that are just staples. I always reach for them. These are my all-time favorite pieces that if I was starting over in a new space and I just had a little tiny U-Haul to bring, these are the pieces that I would bring with me. So I'm gonna give you some styling tips and ideas along the way and show you how I styled everything and how it all currently looks. So I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first, one of my favorite furniture pieces are our shelves in our bedroom. And these are from Target. They were $150 each. So I just put one on each side of our dresser, and it kind of helps to give that built-in illusion or effect just without having to, put anything permanent in there or having to pay for or do all of the work. So it's nice because it's removable and it can come with us wherever we go. I love the contrast of the black and the beautiful tone of the wood. It's so nice when I want to style things. I'm always constantly switching things up and changing things and making them feel fresh and new, which is something that I really like about shelves. They never really get old, and you can put new things on them as the seasons or the trends change. So it's always fun to style those and kind of switch things up. I love having our family mementos on there. We have some artwork that's done by family, and also all of my books. It's just a nice spot to kind of put all of the things that we need. I keep Kona's treats on there. So it's really convenient and looks super aesthetic at the same time. And they're also really versatile because you could use them in a living room or an office, and they're a great deal at 150 bucks. Okay, so another favorite home decor piece that also happens to be in our bedroom are our bedside lamps. And these are by far my favorite lamps that we have in our entire home. I love the rustic look of them and the earthy brown color and the beautiful lampshade. They're also very large, which I feel like really helps to anchor our space and creates a statement on that wall. You can get these on a variety of different sites, but they're usually under $150. They usually fluctuate with different sales, but I will link all of the sites and you could just pick the cheapest one if you're interested in them. These remind me of something that you would find at McGee & Co. or Amber Interiors, just for a fraction of the price. And again, I really love that large scale that they have, so they'd be really pretty in somewhere like a living room or popped on a console table. Definitely a really versatile piece with that beautiful high-end rustic look. Okay, so next I want to mention some of my favorite outdoor pieces that can really help to elevate a small patio space or a large patio space, but even if you have just a little bit of a balcony, these things can really help to elevate it. And the first one is this concrete planter that I found at Lowe's. And this thing is huge. It really helps to anchor a space. I've had it for like 3 years now, and I love the rustic look of it, how it has kind of the holy concrete look, but it also can pass for more modern as well, which I really like. So it kind of has a mix of styles in the piece itself, which I think is kind of cool. And this thing is ginormous. You could totally fit a tree in here, and it would really help to anchor a space. We just use a little greenery shrub in there to help enhance the look of our patio, and then it's kind of nice to layer some smaller pots in front of, but that big one just really helps to create an anchored feel in the corner of our patio, which I really like. So that's a great find if you're looking for a larger planter that's more on the affordable side. It's $67, but for something that size, it's a really good deal, and it's also super heavy. So if you do go to purchase this, make sure you bring someone with you because it is very large. Another piece that I absolutely love in our outdoor space are our curtains. And I actually swapped these out, I believe it was last year, and they've held up so well. I love the light cream color and how they have that beautiful linen-y look to them. So they help light to filter through, and they just give my space a more relaxed, laid back feel, which I love. I found these on Amazon, and for those of you wondering, the pole that we hung them on was actually just conduit that we bought at Lowe's. We measured the sizes that we needed, and then we had them cut it at Lowe's. So then I just spray painted it black and attached it to the ceiling with little hooks. So super easy. It's held up great. We've had it up there for 4 years, and I've just swapped out the curtains as needed. These curtains seem like they're gonna hold up and be pretty durable. I just love the look that they give and how they really do help to make our space feel a lot more elevated and cozy and designer. Okay, so another one of my furniture favorites are our counter stools. And these are actually from Bal Ballard Designs, which is a designer site, and you can often get these on sale for like $275, which in my opinion for a designer counter stool is pretty good. I love these for so many reasons. Number one, they're just super aesthetic. You put them in a space and they instantly make it feel a lot more designer and high-end. I love the woven detail and how it contrasts with the black legs. And then not only that, but they're wipeable. So if you get something on them, it's super easy to just, wipe it up. It doesn't soak in or anything like that, like upholstery would. And then probably the best thing is that they're so comfortable. A lot of times bar stools can be uncomfortable, especially if they don't have a backing to them. I've sat in these and done work for hours. So not only do they look beautiful, but they're super practical and they're comfortable. Okay, so next, I know a lot of people wouldn't classify faux greenery as high-end, but there are lots of instances where it's super practical. And if you choose the right piece of faux greenery, it can really help your space to feel elevated and give it that designer look. So one of my absolute favorite go-to pieces of faux greenery, you guys already probably know, is my faux wisteria stems that I found on Etsy. These are right around $9 per stem, and you don't even need a lot. You can just use two, especially in a narrow mouth vase. On our dining table currently, I have a little pitcher and I just stuck two of these stems in there. And then also in our bathroom, I have a really beautiful vintage olive jar and I stuck two in there. They look really twiggy and natural, just like you went outside and chopped some wisteria vines down and popped them in a vase. I really love these and I constantly find myself reaching for these over anything else. And when I'm in a situation where I'm styling a vase or something and I'm deciding between faux greenery and I try a couple different ones out, these ones win every single time. They just look so beautiful. They're not your typical olive branch, which I still love, but there's something different and they still help to give that rustic high-end look. Okay, so next, one of my favorite of the favorites is this stunning vintage Elmwood stool. And I actually found this on Etsy and it runs kind of in the $175 range. And I will say that that is a little expensive for something like a stool, but in my opinion, it's pieces like this that have that beautiful worn character, that are vintage and they tell a story that you truly cannot replicate. It's not something that you can find new at a store. It just helps to add so much texture to your space. If you look at any designer space, they always use old weathered wood just because of the character that it gives. And for me personally, I love little accent pieces like this. So I did buy mine on Etsy, and because these are vintage and old, each one is going to look different. So they're all unique in their own way, and the weathering is going to be different on each one, the color and the tone of the wood. So they do say on this specific seller site, the one that I use, you can message them and see what they have in stock and pick yours. So that's what I did. I just love mine. I love that kind of gray tone of the wood and how it looks to be really distressed. I will list the link that I use down below, as well as for anything in this video. They are affiliate links, meaning I get a very small commission if you do purchase from these links. But just so you know, nothing is sponsored in this, and these are all things that I would genuinely recommend to my best friend if she were decorating her space. So yeah, love this vintage stool and all of the character and warmth that it gives to my space. Okay, so next, you all know that I've had an olive stem and olive tree addiction pretty much since I've started this channel, and I understand it was trendy at a time, and I still feel like it is, but it's also classic, and that's why I personally like them so much, just because it reminds me of the Mediterranean, and it's just a really beautiful and classic tree in general. And I love the kind of bluish silvery color of the leaves, which is why I'm personally so drawn to it. So I love the rustic look and feel, and I feel like faux olive stems and greenery help to bring that into my space. So that's why I'm so obsessed with it. It's not because, oh, it's a trend and everyone's using it. So one of my favorite olive stems that I've ever used in my space are the ones from Magnolia, and I love these so much. I actually spotted these when I went there to the silos in person, and I just was blown away by how realistic they looked, because at the time I did not need more olive stems, but I was like, wow, those are so pretty. And then I got back home and I saw that they were on sale, so I ordered 5 of them, and these are my go-to styling stems. Like, they're always front and center in either our living room or on our kitchen island, just because I feel like they create such an impact and they look so realistic. So they are $14 a stem, which is a little bit pricey for me personally, but I did buy 5 of them on sale. But if you have those really nice staple stems like the wisteria ones and these beautiful olive branches, I feel like you don't need a ton, and they really help to create a big impact in your space. Okay, so a lot of you know that I really like to use faux trees in my spaces. I know some designers are against it, but I think if you source the right ones, it can really help to elevate your space, bring the feeling of the outdoors inside, and they also are a great piece to add height to your space. So if everything is kind of on the same plane and you need some decor to help break that up, faux trees are a really great way to go. So one of my favorite faux trees in our entire space is this one. It was in our entryway for a while, but it's from Nearly Natural. I found it on Amazon. It's like 70 bucks and it is such a good deal. I think this one looks super realistic, and what I love about it is that it's very skinny. So it can fit into a lot of different types of spaces, and it doesn't take up a lot of width because sometimes that can be annoying to bump your head into a tree or whatever. This one still helps to add that height while having a very slim profile. And also the trunk on this one looks like a real tree. So it's definitely one of my favorites, and I love the height that it adds. So it's the perfect size, super tall and skinny. So again, just helps to bring the outdoors in, and it's a great deal for only $70. Okay, so another styling favorite are my salt and pepper shakers. If you guys can't tell, I put them in all of my videos. I just love the warmth and texture that they add, and they take an ordinary object and make them so pretty and aesthetic. And these are from McGee & Co. They're $16, which I feel like from a designer site isn't horrible, especially for the impact that they provide. So I've used these throughout all of the seasons. They're not just a spring and summer decor piece. I use them throughout the winter as well because, again, they help to add that warmth and texture. And I feel like no matter what I do to my tablescape, they always help to elevate it. So just a simple little detail. It's little things like this that add up to really help to enhance your space and make it feel a little bit more designer. All right, everyone, that about wraps up this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing some of my home decor favorites. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help to support my channel. And be sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my future home decor and garden videos. And I just want to thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!